I almost threw my dream away. Then life did something I didn't expect. I was never the best at anything. Not the fastest, not the smartest, not the strongest. I was average, solid C plus, always in the background. I grew up believing that greatness was something other people had, and I was just here to watch, to support, to survive. But I had a dream. Not a big one, not something you'd call a calling. I just wanted to run. Literally, run. I saw people do marathons on TV, and something about it felt pure. The rhythm, the focus, the struggle, the silence. I imagined myself crossing a finish line just once. But dreams are funny. You hold them as a kid, and then life starts taking pieces. I got a job at 17, then another, then bills. Running turned into walking to the bus. Finish lines turned into clocking out of shifts. I got older. I kept telling myself one day, then maybe next year, then what's the point now? I hit 42 and realized I hadn't run more than 10 steps in over a decade. Then something strange happened. One afternoon, I saw an old man running down the street. He was probably 70. His back was curved. He wasn't fast, but he looked alive. Not tired, not defeated. Alive. And that bothered me. Not because I was jealous, but because it made me realize I had let go of something too early. I wasn't 70, I was 42. And maybe that meant there was still time. That night, I opened the shoes I bought 6 years ago, just in case. Still in the box. Still white. I put them on. I stood at my door, and I froze. For 15 minutes I stood there, debating with myself. You'll look stupid. You'll get tired. People will laugh. But then I stepped outside, and I started walking. Not running, just walking. But that night was different, because this time, I wasn't walking away from something. I was walking toward something. A week later, I jogged for a minute. 2 weeks later, 5 minutes. A month, 10. I started waking up early, stretching, breathing deeper. I wasn't fast, but I felt like I was going somewhere again. And then, I signed up for a local 5K. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't even know if I'd finish, but I signed up. That morning, I stood at the starting line with people half my age. I felt stupid, old, out of place. But when the signal went off, I ran. Halfway through, my legs hurt, my lungs screamed, my thoughts tried to make me stop, but I remembered that old man, and I kept going. And when I crossed the finish line, I cried. Not from pain, from something else. Something like, you finally did it. You came back for yourself. I finished 137th out of 142, and it was one of the best days of my life. I'm not trying to become a pro. I still get tired, I still skip days. But every time I lace up those shoes, I remind myself, it's never too late to begin again. Even if the world says it is, even if you said it yourself, especially then. Because sometimes life gives you one more door.